So what is that many empaths, high sensitive, spiritual seekers, heart-centered creatives seems to struggle with? As always, I always like to share my own personal experiences of what it is that I go through, because then I can share basically the best insights. So what I'm actually doing is what I create. I always create for myself. I create for myself in order to give myself reminders. As you know, as I always like to say, I'm creating a place to remember. Remember that place we actually have been forgotten, and remember or reunite with that place we have forgotten. So basically it's all about opening up the heart, as that is really what humanity, the world we live in, really needs. However, how more you open up the heart, as you go through your different kind of spiritual practices, you will face another set of challenges, which I will be talking about during this video. So anyway, I'm sitting here back in my own region in the Netherlands, southwest of the Netherlands, province called Zeeland, because it's a region with different kind of islands. In the back of me you see the bridge called the Zeeland Bridge. It connects one island to another. I grew up at another island up there, small little town called Zierikzee. I need to be very careful right now because, as you might see, the tide is coming, the high tide is coming. So in a matter of minutes, where I'm sitting, it's gotta be, the water will be up here. During the rest of the video I will share what it actually looks like, because in the back of me there was right now a pier. A minute ago I was just putting down my camera and I had to jump back because my feet were getting wet. Anyway, it's not a tourist video, but I feel very much at home here as I smell the sea, as I'm at Pisces as well. So anyway, in my last few videos, my last one I spoke about the life path of a number 9. The life path of a number 9 is basically not only the leader but also the humanitarian. And the humanitarian, he will be presented a different set of challenges in his life. Although he has all the skill set and experiences required to live, let's say, an abundant life as a leader, as an advisor, as a coach, as a mentor, as a healer perhaps. But the humanitarian is about giving. He or she really wants to create from the most intuitive and most empathetic way as humanly possible. He just wants to serve, he wants to give. Now, that's of course a great way. But we also live in a world where it's not only about giving, it's also about receiving. And if you just want to give, because in some way you want to please the people you really care about, the cause you really care about, you actually might burn yourself out. You might burn yourself out because, you know, you give, but you're not receiving. So it's also about, my feet are already getting wet. So it's also about allowing to receive, accept abundance, accept that flow. During the morning, and almost like most of the time, when I'm not creating, when I'm not here outside in nature, I always struggle with a gap, with a void. And I must fill that void to share insights, to do this, to be outside. This is where I open up. This is where I find my flow. This is where I find my creativity. Goodbye, pier. And this is what I must do. But there's always that voice, like when I'm finally going to receive, when I'm finally going to experience that flow of abundance. And as a humanitarian, that is where our challenges are being found in this lifetime. Yes, we can build the infrastructures. Yes, we can do this. Yes, we can implement the strategies. But sometimes it is learning to allow, to accept, to receive, and move behind this power struggle we find ourselves with, because that's what's draining us. We must find that flow that truly energizes us, because that's the gift we must honor, that's the gift we must experience, that's the gift we must share. Like exactly like this, just sitting near the sea or in a forest, grounding. Because that's really what this is about, grounding. And probably in one of my next videos I will be sharing more about it, because that's really the life path I am on, this journey of self-care. Self-care is what is that we feel most grounded and rooted in. Is it dependent on location? That's a question I asked myself quite recently. Like, I'm hoping to find more clarity if I move back to my own region. Is that where home is at? Or home, it's where we find our flow of creativity, inspiration. It's where we can be and act and live from the heart. It's where we can tune in our inspirations and creativity. But we must ground that. We must ground that. So there comes a whole other practice of doing what grounds us the most. And yes, after this, maybe I will dive in a minute, because I just really want to feel the sea. I will probably dive in, but after that I gotta go and edit, I gotta go on social media. It's not really so much that really energizes me too much, to be honest, but it's kind of part of the role. And because of course I will be continuing to dabbling, like, I gotta do something that is really going to, meet my needs. But as empaths, our journey is to share, is to experience, is to reunite with our unique gifts. Anyway, I'm going to leave it in here, because as you can see here, I'm getting really wet here. Anyway, I hope you found this helpful. If you can relate to any of this, what is it you are currently dealing with? What is that makes you feel more grounded, more present? What is that you want to experience more of? What kind of gifts you would like to explore and experience further and give that back to the world? And what is it that you need to overcome in order to receive back, is to create this unified flow of true abundance? Let's start this conversation. Please let me know, drop a comment below. And if you have not done so, subscribe as well, turn on the bell notification, because perhaps maybe in my next videos I will sit to the other side of the bridge, which will be on my own island. Anyway, take care for now. Bye bye.